live? Am I live? Am I live with audio? Do I have... Are we live? Sorry for anyone who was just joining in, and I spent like an hour and a half setting this up because I haven't live streamed in a while, and 10 seconds before I went live, I decided to bump my chair into the power, go into my microphone, I guess, and hopefully we're live again. I'm not too sure, but once we do have confirmation that there is life out there, there we go. Zainab, your mic works nice. Alright, Zainab, Elijah. Hey guys, breaking the seal on the chat over here. Hi. Happy ostrich. Ah, whales. Okay, fantastic. That was embarrassing. I spent 2 hours trying to figure that out. Had it dialed in, I thought, and then the swivel arm of my chair. I always push it down when I'm getting up, and I guess as I scoot in, it bumped the power to my microphone there. So that's never good. This is it's a twofold live stream, loud and clear. All right. Okay, guys, fantastic. Thanks for joining. And for everyone watching this after the fact, I know I'm not going to get a lot of, it's 3:15 right now on the East Coast in Florida, my time. So it's only lunchtime for the West Coasters, and yeah, I guess it's bedtime. So maybe we'll get a lot of people off the West Coast of Europe and maybe Africa, Morocco, Spain. Hola. I'm eating some, what was 2 hours ago, frozen fruit. Strawberries, bananas, and blueberries. In cream. And it's delicious. It's a delicious replacement. My wife's been going deep down the rabbit hole of how sugar, at least, high fructose corn syrup, like the fructose as opposed to more natural glucose, is actually treated by your body like alcohol. And it screws with your liver and jacks your insulin and all this. So I've been trying not to eat ice cream with all that artificial sweetener in it, and been eating what I call fruit bowls instead, which is funny because that has other connotations nowadays. But hello everybody. We got Joseph, Larder, Unique Squid, Sue. Cool. 9:15 in Europe. Very cool. Wales in Sweden. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm getting my European crowd in Norway, New Zealand. 9:15 in the morning. Camus. Interesting. So we got a great global crowd today, and so I got stickers. I got merchandise now, guys. I got a big announcement today. I wanted to say I made the link should be live in the description of this video that you're watching. And for people watching today, Thursday, December 2nd, if you're watching after the fact, the link is still good, but the sale that I'm about to say, that I'm deciding to talk about before I've actually announced it, is only running today. So it's apparently, it was actually like serendipitous, because I was working on just making some shirts. I only have one design that I've gotten in real life and sample. I've been making them over the last, it's just drawings of mine, and then I have some beautiful Hubble telescope images that I particularly like, and I did the heavy lifting of clicking and dragging them in different placements on shirts on Teespring. So anyways, I got a collection of clothes that I'm selling under the Let's Find Out webpage that's part of Teespring, and in a couple days I'm gonna have the integration beneath the YouTube videos that you've probably seen a million times. ASMR has done it, and he was one of the people who kind of inspired me to do it. It's very very cool how they can integrate it with YouTube. So I just wanted to announce that. And again, so today, if I didn't say what the sale is, it was serendipitous because I actually didn't figure out that it's 15% off all. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, bumping the mic over here. All clothes. And this shirt here is. Let's get it in frame. It's everything. I think I put a backpack in there too, but it's mainly shirts and sweatshirts. And there we go. This is really hard to try to see it and all that too. But anyways, it's and what I did, I bought a shirt before from people on there, and some of their pure cotton shirts don't really fit well. They're really heavy and they just feel like not quality. So I made sure to only offer, that's why I wanted to get a sample of 2 different types of shirts, and they're like a polyester blend. And let's try to hang that back up somewhat in frame. This one I actually like the best. I'm too lazy to get up right now. I'm really comfortable. I'm sitting cross-legged right now. But this one, you can see like it has that real light feel to it, and I just really like it. It's just a really really light shirt. I think this one is called the Tri-Blend, and then the other one I have is available online is the one back there. It's really comparable. It's equally light and stretchy, just the right amount of stretch that you want in a shirt. And yeah, I'm just pretty proud. I like all the designs and everything we got going on. Yeah, I guess the sale lined up. I just wanted to make sure I get all this out of the way before we get into the Interstellar, the Breakthrough Starshot, which is an interesting program. It's like the evolution of SETI. They're searching and listening and looking for, and potentially communicating to alien life, and they're increasing the scale and funding of the SETI project by actually looking into creating spaceships with all sorts of cool technology we'll be going into in just a little bit, to go to the nearest stars. And that's pretty amazing. It would take like 4 years to send a signal back, and I'm not sure how long it would take if it ever got there. That would take, and we were talking about this on my Discord the other day too, about the time distortion that happens. And we were actually talking about that exact example of going to Proxima Centauri, the nearest star, too. So I want to get into that. I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to clickbait you or catfish you, whatever it might be called, redirect you. I did want to thank all my Patreons, everyone who's donated on PayPal, people who have given gifts to the P.O. Box. You guys, you make my day every time I get a new patron and donation, and all the gifts I've gotten. It seriously just it just makes my day. It's such a good feeling to know that I'm connecting with so many people out there. And then the podcast, they're just audio versions of this, which I would like to actually, I do have the intentions at some point when I get enough free time, which is not looking like it's going to be likely anytime soon, what with my juggling the new baby and all. But and she's beautiful, healthy, 10 months old now, growing. She somehow sleeps like a champ. She's just like the best thing ever. I highly recommend. Highly recommend. What I see on Instagram the other day, someone said, I think it might have been a Louis C.K. clip where he's like, "Yeah, did you make your own people?" He's like, "I did. I made 2 people, and I'm their leader." That was pretty funny. It's so true, so true. Yeah, so thank you guys. We got merchandise up. Let's find out ASMR.com. I'm pretty sure you could, because it's through Teespring. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you could search Let's Find Out or Let's Find Out ASMR on Teespring. But the link is in the description, and we got t-shirts. Right now, the only t-shirts from my own drawings, and I eventually want to get the sun and the Hokusai wave and Mercury, and then when I start drawing Venus, Earth, and Mars, I want to put them on a t-shirt as well. We only have this basics of astronomy that you guys all know from the thumbnail, and I've actually made stickers of them. I got a little bag of samples here. There's one available now, and then later tonight or earlier tomorrow, I'm probably going to make some more available on there. And then I got my wallpaper background too that I made into a sticker, which I custom made that with images of, mostly, I guess, Hubble images of just cosmic objects. I edited them all together. Let's see. So yeah, here let's give you guys a close up here. Let's do. All right. Can you see that? There we go. All right. Got it looking nice and close. So yeah, this is. It's just a picture from my. Do I have my notebook? I got it somewhere nearby. I'll grab it in a little bit, I'm sure. I just made a little sticker out of it. It's I got it on my laptop too. But I really liked this drawing because it goes from the galaxy, and it shows the red shifting, and then the let's see, the distances from. It zooms into the solar system and then zooms into Earth from that, and it shows you a parsec is equal to the 3.26 light years. I always forget exactly what it is. Distance at which one astronomical unit equals 1 arcsecond. Okay, that's what that is. So it's measuring distance from Earth. It's the distance away at which the distance between the sun and Earth is 1 arcsecond away. 1 arcsecond across the sky. 3.26 light years. And then we have the sun's fingerprint. And a little description of diagram of parallax. And so you guys can all get this on letsfindoutasmr.com. And then I got I made it into a kind of a negative version, a photo negative of it, which I actually like this one even more. It's very chalkboardy, so I called it the chalkboard, chalk style on there. And I've always wanted to make stickers because I always loved doodling, and I definitely want to start doodling more and more and more. I tried to incorporate the top of the steno notebook up there too. And last but not least, I haven't even opened this one up yet. I actually made, I bought a sweater with this logo on it. At the time I purchased them, I only had that one logo made, but I must have left it in my wife's car, Molly's car, so I made the wallpaper background. I made this image. It's a composite. We got Saturn over there, the Horsehead Nebula, the Lagoon Nebula, the Crab Nebula, some galaxies, the Sombrero Galaxy right there, and then Jupiter, and you can't really make it out because it's lighting's a little dark right now, but anyways, go check it out if you guys are interested in, getting some astronomy themed clothing and t-shirts such as this or that. And it's a way to support the channel. And I actually put a little blurb about transparency because they were encouraging me. You can, after they make their profit, they say, for instance, for a t-shirt, it's like $18 or $19, and then you can choose how much more you want to charge to make, more and more profit off that. And they were suggesting I charge like $29, $30 to make a $10 or $11, $12 profit on each shirt, and I couldn't justify that in my head. So I was trying to be transparent about it being a method to support the channel and support me, and I'm making about $2 to $4 per shirt. I felt like that was reasonable, and at the same time it's affordable because I'll probably end up just buying a bunch and just wearing my own stuff. They're just designs that I personally liked and would wear, and they're I got mugs, shirts, sweatshirts, and all that. So yeah, sorry I've been ignoring the chat. Let's see what we got here. I got him in black. Yeah, got him in black. Yeah, it's probably a little too early for the mods to be signing on, so I might have to make someone a mod soon enough. But this chat doesn't seem to be popping off too much right now, so it's fine. Unique Squid, thanks, I appreciate that. Dr. Mantis, thank you. Black mug of the YouTube wallpaper is clean. Very cool, thanks. Discord is also in the description, the link to it. I haven't really been too active on there, but I've been trying to start, getting more active and just popping in more often, because I do enjoy talking to you guys, especially about astronomy and history and deeper philosophical things. And I'd like to make it a cool community of things that I typically talk about on my channel. EH, thanks, I appreciate that. That's high praise. Long-time viewer. Yeah, thanks for reminding me, by the way, Roland. Hey, look at that. Huck's in the chat. Speaking of that, one of my Discord mods. Here, if you need a mod, Huck, 100%, man. I'll make you a mod right now. Let's see. How do I do that? Add moderator. There we go. Sweet. So Huck's actually one of the mods to my Discord channel. I gotta try to get this. I got a real delicate situation over here. Gotta get the webcam cord out of the way so I can see the chat, because I got my screen sort of how I want it, and all the cords going in and out of it are very precariously hooked in. I'll probably bump the audio out any minute. So, okay. Let's see, 20 minutes in, I haven't gotten to the interstellar stuff yet. Do you have notebooks? Do you have notebooks with the print? Yeah, I do. I do. What's up? It's all so amazing. What's up? What's up? What made you start your channel? I was actually looking for something like the stuff I make, and the French Whisperer and a couple other people dabbled in some of it. And the Shark Hunter was one that I always point to. She stopped making videos, but she only made like 2 or 3 astronomy videos, and I really liked them. And I had hoped that I could ultimately make a career doing it if I practiced enough, and so far somehow it's turned out to be like happening like that. It's taken about 5 years longer than I originally had hoped, but honestly, I cannot complain, because I don't know how enough of you guys watch my stuff for me to be able to make a full-time living at it, but I do at the moment, at least. And so I'm trying to pursue it and up my game, just make more and more quality content, and I'm still using that same guide stone, basically. Thanks, Huck, I appreciate it. Eric, thank you. Vitor, what's up? Good morning, Euphoria. Cool name, from Australia. How are you? So yeah, anyways, thank you. Like every time you guys even just leave a comment or like a video, obviously the comments let me know a little more in detail what you like or what you don't like. It really is cool, and that's why I try my best to interact with as many comments as possible when I have the time. And all the the gifts and donations on top of that, and now the purchases of the merchandise are just a bonus on top of that, and just an added I don't know what you'd say, sign of love and support, generous gifts that I very much appreciate, guys. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's over the years I've tried to do more or less ASMR. I've tried to really focus on the sounds and get in the binaural experience. Nowadays, I want to try to more just do, which actually, again, before we get into the interstellar content that I wanted to talk about, I did want to mention the obvious thing to anybody who's been watching for any certain amount of time, is that I recently dropped, maybe it's not like my channel is very big, so it's probably not that big of a deal, that I dropped the ASMR acronym off the end of it. And that was mainly because 99% of ASMR channels with that acronym on it, I don't do content similar to that. I don't do content like that. I do content maybe similar, but I was never actually started out without the acronym, and then I hit like 1,000 subscribers, and someone suggested that I put that acronym there, and because it does overlap so much, and I do honestly try to invoke and that's why I put that poll up the other day to see how many of you guys actually, I don't know how many of you right now in the live chat saw it, but how many of you guys actually get ASMR, the frisson and the actual flush of good, satisfying, like relaxing feelings from it. I put on the what's her name? I was watching the Chinese woman who, she's actually reading the same book that I did, the Odyssey, the adventures of the children's book that was made out of the Odyssey, and I actually got ASMR from it, and I rarely get it from videos. Yang Haiying. Highly recommend her content, guys. Yang Haiying. Maybe I don't know if I can at her, but at Yang Haiying. Highly recommend her channel. She's similar to what I'm going for. Van Gogh. Replaced Einstein when I hung up Einstein over there in the corner. I don't know if you guys apparently can't see it. Yeah, it's all dark over there right now. But I dropped the ASMR acronym really because if I do end up getting larger and larger, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into just making people believe that my content is just, you know, me trying to make triggers and sounds, because it's more about the content than the delivery, and the delivery is a part of it, you know, and I want to keep it relaxed and toned down and intimate, and I want to emulate a, you know, a private tutor vibe as much as I can, because I've always enjoyed videos like that are very just personal, and you feel like there's it's emulating a connection where you're just having an actual, yeah, I guess intimate's the best word, even though that has sexual overtones. The actual definition of intimate, it has nothing to do with sex. It's very just a very, you know, personal and just a close encounter with another human being. You know, that's what I want to do. So anyways, thanks guys. I just wanted to make sure I got that out of the way. I'm going to briefly just show you guys a glimpse. We're going to screen. I got a cool little mask, a little circular mask there. So we're going to briefly show you guys what the website looks like, and show you some of the stuff on there. And yeah, so for anybody who's interested, or if you're watching this after the fact, the sale is and ends at midnight, I think Pacific time. We're about to find out, actually. It's 15% off all this stuff, and yeah, let's put it there. It's just for Thursday, December 2nd. It was just interesting. It was like fortuitous, serendipitous that today was the day. Regardless, I didn't even know about the sale, that I was going to. Let's find out. ASMR.com. Make all this merchandise live, anyways. So it was just cool. So I put it in the little description right here. Thanks for visiting the Let's Find Out store. Let's make it a little larger. I'm gonna reposition. Sitting cross-legged right now, and okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna take these earbuds out, actually, because they were just for monitoring the sound, make sure that was right. It sounds okay. And I guess the last thing I wanted to say about the merchandise, I'll scroll down and show you guys. So I actually bought this shirt right here, sweatshirt, and it's decent, and they recommended, like, for instance, this. They recommended I sell it for $45, I think. So I tried to make it as cheap as possible while still getting, you know, $2 or $3 per item. And I just think that was right, and personally that's what I'd want from a creator if I was going to buy their merch. I'm like, you know, that way I can buy a couple items, you know, and that way it roughly adds up to a donation that I would have otherwise just given them without getting anything in return. So sorry, I'm missing the chat here, guys. The sale date works out, and I'm pretty sure Teespring did this for this reason, because use code holiday15 at checkout. So I'll put that in the description right now, actually, if I can. I don't know if I can edit this real time. Yeah, okay. It's 15% off sale. use code holiday, probably not case sensitive, but whatever, at checkout. There we go. Okay. They probably did the sale because that's about their turnaround time. So give yourself 3 weeks. The second, 3 weeks is 21 days. I would say, honestly, if you order today or tomorrow, it might be there by Christmas. I mean, it will definitely be there by Christmas. And then any more than maybe 2 days from now, it's probably going to be iffy whether it arrives on the 24th, So, let's see, 15% off sale. I'll just plug it right at the top of the description for anyone who doesn't want to bother reading, because I get it. You never know whether you're going to be wasting your time reading or not. And we'll save, and hopefully it updated. So it's right there at the top, Holiday 15, and today is just a good day because you get 15% off, and your stuff will be, if I don't know who you'd want to get, let's find out, merchandise for, but if you did, to not sell myself too short, you could order today or tomorrow. Today you get 15% off. The sale ends tonight at midnight for, Pacific time, so that's probably in about 12 hours, something like that, and it will be there by the 24th, probably 21st if you order today. So I got, let's see if we can just do, I'll show you all the shirts because that will go through all the designs. This is the shirt I'm wearing, I think. You could see. And yeah, I just always like that little design, so I made it into a shirt. And then the black chalk style is also pretty cool. I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably going to just end up ordering and wearing a bunch of my own gear. I guess it makes sense marketing-wise to do that for my videos, but literally I'll probably be just wearing it outside of my videos too. I'll just scroll and try to catch up with the chat here. Thanks to you all. All of our GPAs have gone up. Hey Phoenix, good to see you. Thanks, Team Xylo. Let's see, your work's amazing, Maxi, Deep Breather, Jesse, Roland, Gus, Elijah. Thanks, guys. And this is the new wallpaper art that I made for the YouTube channel wallpaper. I like that design. It doesn't have ASMR anywhere in it. Don't worry, guys. So yeah, alright, so sorry if you guys had something to say. I just scrolled down a little bit in the chat because I'm always terrible at keeping up with it in real time. I'm going to take a page out of Chicho's book and just skip over the chat. And this is just an actual photo negative. It doesn't have that chalkboard effect, which I kind of like too. It has more of a striking, sharp lines. And then here, and I made sure that I wasn't doing any, copyright or anything illegal. I wanted to make sure I can do this. It's on the NASA website, and I'll be fully transparent. If you guys just want to make your own shirts, I'm pretty sure, well, I know for a fact, you can go and just copy images right off the NASA website, as long as their only stipulation was that you don't have astronauts or the actual NASA logos in them. And I just personally like the images of the deep field and the galaxies and the nebulae and the planets. I have one you'll see in just a little bit, and so I made that on a shirt. And this one here is called the Molten Ring Galaxy, and this is the Einstein, the gravitational lensing effect. And I put it in the description here. molten Einstein ring, because Einstein had predicted that if there was a galaxy or cluster sitting in front of further galaxies, the massive gravitation of those clusters would be distorting the light that's coming. So the galaxy is sitting between us and the galaxy sitting between us and further away galaxies, and the light is being bent, as it goes to that galaxy. It gets wrapped around and it creates this image. This is actually a new gravitational lensing image that I really liked. So the molten ring, that's very, very cool. Thanks, Squid. I appreciate it. Thanks, Phoenix. We'll see. Bluehost. No, I'm using just Teespring. I guess you can make your own website through Teespring. So honestly, I was just kind of trying it out. I wasn't really sure whether it's gonna give me the ability to like customize my web page to make blogs and other aspects. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just basically a glorified storefront. So I'll keep the link and I'll keep all the links updated, but I might just link to Teespring if it costs me money to have. Let's find out. There's no real sense in that, especially because most of my traffic would be coming from my YouTube channel anyway, which is just going to be links. So Nashi, yeah, I am into spirituality. I'm looking for God like everybody else. I don't expect to get there anytime soon, but I feel like having a baby helped me get a little closer with God and my wife. Speaking of that, actually. Man, Jippy, thank you. So yeah, it's kind of a photo of my sketches. There are ads on the lives. There shouldn't be. There should be one ad in the beginning, and whenever I can help it, I always make sure there's no ads at the end or in the middle, because that always irritated me. Well, I don't know how ASM artists get away with doing that. People making videos for, Elijah, feel free to drift off, buddy. For people to go to sleep and then they stick a bunch of ads in there, or even one ad, really. I remember I tried that in my 3-hour Gas Giants video, and I just didn't, I don't know, the moment I got some feedback, I felt really bad that, because it's not easy for some people to get to sleep. This one right here, I really like this image of the planets. And these ones are all from NASA, and I looked into their like I said, their fine print, and they say as long as it's not astronauts or facilities or personnel, it's just, images, essentially all images of purely celestial objects are fair to put on merchandise and use commercially and all that. So if you guys want to just grab them and put them on your own shirt, that's fine. I just wanted to be transparent about the fact that if you do buy my merchandise, that's not specifically made, the design isn't specifically made by me, that you are fundamentally just supporting the channel. And, I don't ever want you guys to feel pressured to do that. So if you get something out of my stuff, here's, another avenue you could support the channel through. This one I really liked. Galaxies interacting, that small galaxies pulling the rings out of this one. It's very cool. This is ARP-86, a peculiar pair of interacting galaxies which lies roughly 220 million light years from Earth in the constellation Pegasus, that part of the night sky. it's composed of two galaxies interacting. NGC, which stands for New General Catalog, and then they just put numbers in the order that they find the galaxies. So NGC 7752 and 7753, so they found the galaxies together, it would appear like, is a large spiral galaxy. So 53 is a large spiral galaxy dominating this image, and 52 is its smaller companion, gravitationally bound. And then, so these are two different ones. This is the molten ring because it has that more, well, molten ring look. It has more like a chunk of lava flowing almost. And then this one is the older, more famous gravitational lensing image. The center of this 10 billion year old cluster is framed by the telltale arcs that result from strong gravitational lensing, a striking astronomical phenomenon which can warp, magnify, or even duplicate the appearance of distant galaxies lying behind it, whose light is traveling towards us through it. And yeah, that's it, other than the gas giants and this star globular cluster. It's sitting right outside the Milky Way. Let's see. So, yep, again, I'll have stickers, and then we got shirts, and what else? I got a towel I made out of the gas giants. Actually, I guess I made towels out of all of them, but the gas giants worked out the best because it fits. It's a long picture, so it actually fits on the entire towel. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm probably going to get one of those. And yeah, this towel was a great example. So they're charging me like, $21, I think, or maybe it's like $22, or I can actually show you guys, I think. Well, I can't get to it through here, but I'm pretty sure I'm making like $1 on this towel, so I'm pretty sure it's $23. It was just, they were trying to charge something astronomical. It was just so ridiculous, like $39 for the towel, and I can't imagine that it's not like it's 1,000 thread count, made out of Egyptian cotton over there. So, but it's a novelty thing. It's the fact that you have an awesome astronomical image printed on the towel. I think that's pretty cool. And then my designs here. And then phone cases, yeah. Phone cases. I just really like the design, so I made these into phone cases, and these ones wrap all the way around, as you can see. I'm probably gonna get one of those. And then mugs. Well, this one doesn't wrap around much because it's like a picture, but these ones do. And then the gas giants ones do. Yeah, Mika got merch. I sent a picture of my wife wearing the sweater, actually. Let's see if the hoodies, the sweatshirt. This one, I think, or yeah, this one. So, if you guys want to go to Discord, you can see a picture of my beautiful wife. Or if you just want to check out what the sweater actually looks like, she's wearing it on there. So, Velfer, no, it's not a new camera. It's just the run-of-the-mill 1080p Logi cam. I realized that you have to download the Logi software and set the focus level manually so it doesn't fluctuate all the time. And then the lighting is pretty good too, I guess. Krisa from Greece. Man, that's awesome. Thank you for the love. Phoenix, we're doing great. We're doing great. Molly's doing great. she's working, so I'm the one staying at home with June. But I have two mother-in-law, two grandparents, two grandmas around to help me out. I'm really fortunate, but some days I pull my hair out because I can't it's really because I can't manage my own time. But I wake up at 6 a.m. and it's still not enough time to get things done. So I'm gonna try to. I've always been a night owl, and this has really made me realize that I waste time when I stay up late. I'm just not as productive as if I go to bed at 9 and then wake up at 5. And it's crazy. Although I love getting lost in documentaries and lectures at night. I just get so much more and so much more. It's so much more. I have a better time deep diving at 6 a.m. in the morning if I'm already up with my coffee, let the dogs out. I'm sitting in a room. It's quiet. I get more out of doing that than staying up 11, 12 at night, watching some documentaries, having some beers, and it's just like it's a nice outlet every now and then, but coffee is much more fundamentally fulfilling than beer, regularly at least. Okay, guys. All right. So I've been talking about this. I always do this. I didn't mean to make this into into just something solely focused on the merch. So let's. But I am. Oh man, I need to get that. Don't buy that, guys, because that's not a whole image. I thought I ironed a lot of these out. These ones they're called an all-over print, and they just by default put them on like the side for some reason. But they're supposed to have a massive, like the whole shirt. It's not supposed to be just a logo in the middle like these are. It's the whole shirt. It's supposed to have its sleeves and all. So I got to tweak that. But all right, let's get into the breakthrough Starshot. And once again, for anybody who's just joining in, thanks, Huck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Huck just put it. Use holiday 15, all one word, I guess. Holiday in the numbers 1 and 5. Holiday 15, and you get a 15% off discount of all that merchandise. So that's ending, and that's only for Thursday, December 2nd. So anybody who's not watching this, who's watching this after the fact, won't get that discount. But that's why I tried to point out that I'm trying to make the prices set as reasonably as possible. So let's go to Wikipedia, and I want to look up breakthrough Starshot. We're going to be talking about this engineering project, which it's encouraging us to donate. And I'm on Chrome. I usually browse on Safari, and I've donated through there, so they don't usually bother me with that, so I don't get bothered by it. But I'd highly encourage you guys. I use it for all my videos. It's like my literally my encyclopedia. It's the #1 resource that I use, and I think it's great. So I like to donate like $20 to them every year. I just didn't expect that. Breakthrough Starshot is it's funded partially by Mark Smoke These Meats Zuckerberg and Stephen Hawking, rest in peace. Yuri Milner, an Russian-Israeli entrepreneur and physicist, venture capitalist and physicist as well. It's a research and engineering project by the Breakthrough Initiatives, so we'll go down that link. So that's the umbrella under which Breakthrough Starshot exists, and it's just and that umbrella was what I was referencing earlier. Yeah, Mika, yeah, you know what, I didn't add face masks to the merch because I didn't know the quality of the face mask. I hadn't tried them out. But I did buy the shirts and the sweatshirts, so I knew that they were roughly, they were decent quality. Um, but honestly, if I can put them at an affordable rate, yeah, I think that might be a cool idea, because yeah, if I have to wear one, I'm in Florida, so I really don't have to wear one, and I don't go out much either because I do all my work for the channel at home. But I would totally rock some like a Hubble gravitational lensing D field or something like that. Trying to make sure we got everything in the chat caught up. The base towel color too. Yeah. I think I can. If I didn't have that, because yeah, I guess that's more on my end, so I do need to set that, I guess, to make sure you guys can. Is it not loud enough, guys? I'm trying to talk quietly because I didn't want it to be blowing, because I did have the mic all the way up. But if you guys want me to make it louder, let me know. Yeah, you guys. Okay, let me try to do this. Check. I'm turning the gain up now. All right, maybe it's because I'm not talking directly into the microphone as much. So, yeah, for anyone watching this after the fact, we're already 50 minutes into it, so I don't want to just randomly have the audio blow up if they had already, drifted off or they're distracted at the moment. So I think I might have just started talking softer naturally. It's awesome to see you just waking up. ASMR guitarist, man, thanks for joining. I think I might order a phone. T-Rex. I appreciate that. That's love. I've thought about that. I actually paid a guy on that website Fiverr I paid him like $40 or $50, and he was really good to work with. He was really easy to work with, but I was trying to make the basics of astronomy sketch that I made into the .ai.png vector file, and it looked kind of cool. And I still might just download some from free version of Adobe or whatever to try to tweak it till I like it, and then might put that out, because I know thanks, Juan. Okay, good. Glad the volume's better. Yeah, because I know that vector, the benefits of having the vector image is that you can blow it up as large as you want, because it's all mathematical equations, and there's no pixelation that happens by doing that. So I would like to do that, because I could make those all over tees. I could make massive posters and it wouldn't look grainy or anything. I appreciate the offer though. When I look into that, I'll reach out in the future if you're a graphic designer. Raina Lee, I love your content so much. I have a minor in astronomy, and your videos have helped me through all of my AST classes. Oh, wow, that's amazing. I would be very Phoenix, if you ever need a designer, man, I would love to help. Phoenix, I appreciate that. Really, that's so awesome. Yeah, guys, jump on Discord and maybe we'll start a graphic designer, whatever it's called, like sub server in the Discord. Kamika, sorry, they're probably laughing right now. Is it a server when it's, because it's the main server and you have like sub servers? I forget the terminology, but no, I really appreciate that offer. And that's I'm always so, I cringe when I think of anybody with physics or actual education in astronomy, because I'm sure they're just laughing. A channel, okay, thank you, a channel on the Discord. So yeah, maybe we can make a graphic design channel and just talk about ideas. Maybe we could crowdsource or collectively just have a brainstorm about. We can vote on Discord what designs you guys like, and I can add them or take them away on the merch. Yeah, I mean, it should be. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it's not in the live stream description right now. Patreon. Yeah, maybe I might have taken it off because I wasn't, at the time I made this is like a boilerplate template for the live streams. They have a different template than the regular videos, so I might have taken it off when I was doing the live stream last, a couple months ago, because I just wasn't very active in there, but I'm starting to try to be. Yeah, let me grab that. I'll grab this right now, copy the link, and post it in the description. If anybody's on here and wants to go on the Discord, Huck and Mika in the chat now are the two mods for the Discord, and they built the entire thing for me. They asked my opinion on what I wanted in it, and they've been a huge help in running it. They've been exclusively in charge and doing an awesome job at it. It looks amazing, because I've been in a couple other Discords now that I have some experience in. I'm like blown away that you guys did that for me, Huck and Mika both. So I want to give you a big shout out publicly. I know I've thanked you in person, or privately. I just want you guys to know I really appreciate it. Support for the channel. I guess it's socials down there. So yeah, we can whoa. I got a big old YouTube redirect. That's unfortunate. That's probably not gonna work. Okay. Alright. That link expires. Okay. Alright, Huck. Sorry. I didn't catch that in time. Alright. That's hilarious. I'm glad you guys can't see this right now, oh wait, that one didn't work either. Maybe I'm... Let me... Oh well. YouTube redirect. Let's give me a YouTube redirect link. Invite invalid. Continue Discord. Maybe expired. Have permission. Oh well. Not the biggest deal. I'm sure you guys can get to it through here. Raina Lee, are you in South Florida too? Hey, Julian. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Glad you joined. W for free too, because I'm a massive fan. Man, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to help me for free, but dude, that's a really generous offer. Study architecture, and I'm big on design. Use PS and AI. Wow, very, very cool. That stuff is just way beyond me. All the layers and all there's so many tools in there. I bootlegged it, Adobe, years ago. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But it was really, really. I was able to at least see, rather, an experience of like the interface briefly, and I literally just didn't even know what to do with it and where to start with it. So I will most likely look in the Discord sometime in the next 6 months or something like that, if I really want to start trying to work on getting some vector imaging done. So thanks again for the offer, ASMR Guitarist. Okay. Sweet. All right, we got some people joining the Discord. Very cool. Yeah, it's a great technology, and I'm I'm bummed I haven't had the time to really interact a lot on there, you guys. I know that stuff's expensive, pretty expensive. That's funny. It's so true though, man. Textbooks alone are it's a crime how much they charge for those. So, well, the best to you in your courses. That must be a really cool job to be able to create that much. Fair enough. Yeah, I have some experience with DAWs and making music, and um, what was the one I used to use before? I use GarageBand now to just mess around with music, but I understand how it was Cakewalk, but whatever Sonar I think Cakewalk turned into, and it's nowhere near as intricate and complex as Adobe, but it is. You could see how if you sat down and took a month to really like put in 40-hour weeks and learn everything, it opens up so many doors to be able to create. Utilize all the technology that we have is just stupid. It's mind-boggling nowadays. What you can do from a computer, Cool, Louisa. Glad you joined. So man, time does go by fast. It's funny. Like it's been almost 2 years now of COVID. That blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. I was actually I might have told this before, but I was on my friend's bachelor trip. He lives in Florida, but his brother lives in Seattle, and we flew in January of 2020. I was in Seattle in January, at the end of January 2020, when supposedly, case zero or whatever it's called was the first person from Wuhan that had flown into Seattle and was starting to spread COVID to the U.S. And I never got it, interestingly enough, but we had drove up to go on a little ski trip for the bachelor party, and we weren't really in Seattle more than one day, but it was just weird. It was cool, and I don't ever really take a lot of trips recently, so it was cool that worked out. Or else, because I wouldn't have been able to. Since then, we fixed up a house and had a kid and got married, and so it's just now starting to. We're finding our groove now. Louisa, that's very, very cool. I've been getting people on Instagram saying that I was on the Spotify Wrapped thing. That just tells you how much or what you've been listening to throughout the year the most, I guess. So that's really cool. Miro, hey, good to meet you. I'm Rich. For any of you guys that don't know my real name, it's Rich. And man, it's so cool to be able to interact with you guys. I'm just sitting here at a computer talking to people all across the world. I've been to Disney right before COVID. It's amazing I didn't get it. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you got to go. It seems like hopefully all these variants don't kick the can down the road of too much more quarantining and all that. That's just it's unfortunate that I don't know. We all can't. I don't know. I guess that's just the pitfalls of having local freedoms. Without, I don't want to get into politics or anything because I'm way too ignorant to make any definitive statements about it. But it makes you want to wish that we could all come to a consensus and agree to it and just act upon it. But I don't know whether just going all maskless and no vaccines, or all masks and all vaccines and all quarantining is the best option. But it definitely takes a toll not being able to socialize in person with people for prolonged periods of time. That's one statement I can definitely get behind. It's so unfortunate that that has to happen. Yeah, the 2009 swine flu. Right. Steve, thanks, man. I just saw you radio stations, and you said you own radio stations in St. Louis. That's awesome. I wonder. I was trying to write about the background to how I found ASMR, and the other day, as I was writing it, I realized that talk radio. It was a big one was Loveline with Adam Carolla, and it was probably middle school for me, which is probably 2001 or 2 is when I had a little FM radio, and I'd fall asleep listening to it, and I put it on real low, and then from there it went to audiobooks, and then by the time high school had ended, I had got an iPod, and then early in college is when I got like a touchscreen phone, and and then I could start putting on YouTube videos to fall asleep to. So cool, we got some more. What time is it? It's almost 4:20, bro. We got some people rolling in here now. Very cool. But yeah, I'm curious what your experience owning a radio station and with the transitioning into the podcast, the rise of the podcasts, how that's affected. I'm not sure what the business of radio stations are, really. I guess it's running ads. That's how you make money. But thanks to you. Thanks. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I mean, so far that's kind of what I'm trying to do with YouTube. So yeah, I live on the East Coast. Yeah, just trying to make astronomy basically talk radio, spoken word ventures into astronomy, which is what I was meaning to get to, and I'd spent 50 minutes trying to promote my merchandise, so I apologize for that, guys. But this was so fascinating. So on the morning show, man, I would be way too nervous to go on live radio, I think, let alone morning television. But I mean, I don't know, maybe once maybe if it wasn't just such a like a 15-minute, as long as it wasn't like a show that promotes like real sensationalism and isn't really deep, I probably wouldn't be interested in that. But if it's a show that's of some substance, yeah, I guess I would enjoy calling in or visiting and talking about what I do, I guess. Lovisa, I appreciate it so much. It blows my mind that so many of you guys watch my stuff. I see numbers and I see subscribers and views, but it doesn't make it tangible until like I'm in a chat, especially a live chat, and I'm able to talk with you guys. Yeah, maybe I might be interested in that. I have so little time though nowadays. Huck was really 69 people in the chat at 4:20. That's hilarious. That's funny. So to try to awkwardly segue back into the breakthrough Starshot, the 21st century interstellar missions, I only stumbled upon this when I was searching, when I'm doing a video on SETI, which I'm doing a lot more research on that one. I want to make it more like a documentary that I narrate. I want to try to make a script for that one because there's lots of details and lots of tangents it goes on, just about who's, from Carl Sagan to all the people who initiated SETI, the Drake equation, the Fermi paradox, and there's so much to talk about there. So I want to make a nice long astronomy video about SETI in general. But this is probably going to be a part of that, but I thought it was very relevant, very contemporary, and it's just something fascinating that we are actually in these billionaires, Mark Zuckerberg being the most famous of them, is actually trying to they're at least putting money towards the attempt at creating actual interstellar light sails is one of the models, but interstellar probes to probe unmanned missions to other star systems. And that sounds so futuristic. I think that's what we all need. We need to, it's not about the fact that we're ignoring issues on Earth so much as it's about the unifying consequences of undertaking such an endeavor, and I think how facing the vastness of space, the immensity, the enormity of power that we can harness on Earth, let alone our sun, and the difficulties involved in the engineering projects, and actually whether it's tracking the amount, the potential deadly fatal asteroids that are lurking trying to hit Earth, or just trying to achieve the monumental feat of actually successfully sending another probe to another local, the closest one, star system is 3-4 light years away. And then, imagine if 500 years from now we are actually able to send a message back and collect data on what exists around that star, Proxima Centauri. I think it would be a unifying thing. I think it's like a proactive unifying thing in the sense that we don't need to wait. It's not smart, it's not prudent to wait for an external disaster, or even an internal to Earth, like a mega volcano, or if global warming is as serious as a lot of scientists think it is. We don't need to wait for that to hit a tipping point where we can't return from it to unify over certain things, and mainly just the fact that we're all gonna die. We're all human, we're all finite, we're all susceptible to mortality and suffering and disease and old age, and there's so many more efficient ways we can go about interacting with each other and living and helping each other and building making education more about how to live a healthy life rather than how to get a job. Like, I feel like if you have people who are just healthy, active, vibrant beings, and they're taught to be that and taught to use their bodies and challenge their minds, then I feel like it's a no-brainer that we'll be able to pick ourselves up from our bootstraps. So anyways, that's really my perspective behind this breakthrough Starshot and how amazing it is. It's people spending billions of dollars, and it's abstract, but it has real consequences. The ripple effect of massive projects like the Apollo program of sending men to the moon in the 60s had massive cognitive ripple effects in inspiring generations of engineers. I mean, Elon Musk was one of them, like, who knows what he would have done if he hadn't been inspired by seeing and growing up shortly after men walked on the moon. Or he might have been born then, but I don't know if he remembered it. Maybe he was like 5 years old. Things have disastrous, negative, cascades throughout generations, ideas. But on the flip side of that, you can also have cascades of positive ideas and positive feedback loops. And, you see people who do something great. It reminds you, it shows you in a much more tangent way beyond the abstract that what you can do. And, it's our nature, it's in our nature to, look at something massive like this, like a billionaire who actually wants to spend money towards research and design towards the aim of sending probes and looking for alien life. And that, that just makes us wonder, okay, well, what next? What if we actually start communicating with aliens? What's our story? What's our goal? If we don't have one, we're gonna, if they have a more compelling story, then it's game over for us. It's it'd be very easy for them to divide and conquer us if that is their approach. Maybe they might be angelic and be beings of enlightenment and come and teach us the ways of, their version of Jesus or Buddha, whatever. But I wouldn't count on it, So it's stuff like this is just it's encouraging to see, and it makes you think beyond, if anything, I guess, even if they don't find aliens, but they do send things, light years into space. If anything, it makes us view our lives in a larger context and realize that we don't only affect ourselves, we affect our families. What we do affects our community, good and bad, and what our communities do affects our nation and our globe. And I feel like it's just really, really a much more meaningful way to exist, to realize that everything you do matters and you're part of a larger community, whether you realize it or not. And you could have an astoundingly positive effect on untold generations beyond you if you got your stuff together. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, I'm gonna venture back into the chat. I'm gonna take a risk. Moonwalked out some fire tracks once I hit 200K. Great wave drawing reminds me of Dave Bull's woodblock carving videos. I was inspired by that, FH, actually. Very cool. I'm glad. I recorded that like 3 years ago. I just never edited it because there were some sounds, and it was like 8 different 45-minute videos I had to edit together and edit dogs barking and bathroom breaks and all that. But yeah, I was definitely inspired by that, Dave Bulls. I like his videos. Yeah, they're finding planets more and more often, and it's cool. That's something I'm discovering when I was researching SETI and the actual projects, looking for extrasolar planets. They're finding them, by the dozens, almost, they're finding thousands every year. And we have a good majority of our very nearby local group of solar systems, other star systems mapped to the point where we understand how many planets there are and what kind of planets, and even, like you just said there, Phoenix, that there's what chemicals are in the atmospheres of those planets. And it's really, really, that's amazing to consider that, you know, we might find life quicker than we realize. Asteroids aren't as big of a threat to the Earth. I wonder if you mean our ability, or if there's actually not that, our ability to deflect them, or there's just not that many asteroids out there. Okay, yeah. There might be, it's definitely sensationalized, but still, it only takes, I think, an asteroid the size of like a large school bus to wipe out a city. So it's, I don't know, it's nothing to sneeze at. It's still a major problem if it were to actually be on a direct trajectory to hit Earth. Yeah, wind and solar, I hope we can charge electric cars with that. I'm not sure. I haven't looked that up yet, whether the coal burned at the power plants that are in turn used to charge the electric cars is actually less than the exhaust coming out of internal combustion engines. Butnikow. Greetings from Germany, man. You're my spirit animal, Rich. That's funny. Time travel. I don't know anything about time travel, Oscar. The Laniakea. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to, I guess, address time travel in the sense of it being like the relativistic effects of it. But the Laniakea, yeah, I do that cluster, and I guess it's the largest scale of galaxy clusters that I guess we're a part of. That's a fascinating thing. Yeah, okay. Vitor, that's what I'm gonna, I think, get to. Hopefully, if we can get to that. Okay, Jupiter and the Moon really help veer those away from Earth, but then again, it's all a matter of scale. If you zoom out on time, asteroids are gonna hit, and they do hit the Earth all the time. That's right. From what I read, I mean, Huck knows, generally based on some of our brief conversations in the Discord chat, Huck is much more versed in general physics and astrophysics and astronomy than I am. From what I've read, the asteroids, I mean, absolutely, on the time scale of 1,000 years, major floods, major hurricanes, volcanoes, like on a mega scale that we haven't seen in recorded history, are inevitable, you know, and so are asteroids. So we definitely need to be prepared for that and those. What's up, Eric? Thanks for joining from Texas. Yeah, Huck, how fast do we have to go before time travel is relativistic? We're going fast enough, close enough to the speed of light to make our sense of time as we travel tick, I guess, much slower than people standing relatively stationary to us. Okay. So, Breakthrough Starshot is a research and engineering project. Hour and a half into this. By the Breakthrough Initiatives to develop a proof of concept fleet of light sail interstellar probes named Starship to be capable of making the journey to Alpha Centauri, 4.37 light years away. It was founded in 2016 by Yuri Milner, who is a billionaire. Well, if he's not a billionaire, he's a very wealthy Russian-Israeli entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and physicist, which is such an interesting combination when you can ride both sides of the fence between a physicist and an engineer and a businessman or woman. The skills that are involved in those two disciplines are very distinct, and that says a lot about your broad capabilities to be able to navigate those two. And the languages are pretty different too, you know. One's very technical and rational, literal, and the other is much more. It's much more fleeting, abstract, and it's more linguistic. It's more social, emotional. It's much more of a game, I guess. A flyby mission has been proposed to Proxima Centauri b, an Earth-sized exoplanet in the habitable zone. So Proxima Centauri b. That's such a good line, because I felt a tinge of guilt when I scrolled down. It says, "We humbly ask you, don't scroll away." The habitable zone of the red dwarf Proxima Centauri, which is the closest star to the sun and part of a triple star system. And look at that, there's actual frames. You can see it orbiting. Wow, 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 wow. That's amazing. It's 4.2 light years away. Wow. Proxima Centauri b orbits the star at a distance of roughly a fifth of the distance between the Earth and the Sun, so 0.05 AU, or a fifth, 5%. Only 4.6 million miles. We're at 90 million miles from our sun, our star, with an orbital period of only 11 days, Earth days. It has a mass 1.2 times that of Earth. That's amazing. Wow. Thanks for the love, Brian. Appreciate that. Randy says, and white holes are theorized to potentially maybe be wormholes that can travel to other parts of the universe, but that doesn't mean it skips in time. Alright, Raina. Thanks for joining Discord. Hopefully I'll be on there soon enough. And thanks for stopping by. Good luck with the end of the semester. Best of luck. So, the Breakthrough Starshot endeavor is a flyby mission that is proposed to go by Proxima Centauri b. So it does lie in the habitable zone of Proxima Centauri. in the Alpha Centauri system. And generally, I guess they name the planets alphabetically with the star name and then a letter of the alphabet in order of distance. Either, distance, the order in which they found them, probably more like the distance away from the star, descending or increasing distance away from the star. So B would be the second planet. So there must be a Proxima Centauri A in the Alpha Centauri system. Let's see. Planetary system. So far, as of 2021, 2 planets have been confirmed around Proxima Centauri. One being close to Earth's size within the habitable zone B, and another which may be a gas dwarf that orbits much further out C. But there are signs of a third, even smaller planet that could be orbiting closer than both planets. Huh. That would be D. I wonder why. But they have... Okay, alright. Maybe I was wrong. So... at a speed of 15% and 20% the speed of light, this flyby mission from the light sails, the interstellar probes, would take between 20 and 30 years to complete the journey, and approximately 4 years for a return message from the starship to Earth. Really, at 20% of the speed of light? I guess that makes sense. That's so incredibly fast. That would be so fast. The conceptual principles to enable this interstellar travel project were described in a roadmap to interstellar flight by Philip Lubin of UC Santa Barbara. Sending the lightweight spacecraft involves a multi-kilometer phased array of beam-steerable lasers with a combined coherent power output of up to 100 gigawatts. So they're shooting a laser that has such a sharp beam to it that it's able to travel, potentially light years, I guess, before it gets coherent, before it spreads out too far. So it can hit the starship with such pinpoint accuracy. And of course they're going to be lightweight enough to be able to be moved by light, propelled by light. That's so interesting. Andrewian is part of it. Avi Loeb. Martin Rees. The project was announced Yeah, it is mind-blowing, John, when you think about how far everything is in space outside of even the moon. Is every time you look at it, you're looking at how it was 2 seconds ago, in the sun 8 minutes ago. So, I doubt that, unless it was just the most perfectly timed thing, we would be able to see like a planet coming long in advance. But if there were somehow a perfectly timed planet coming right at the sun, and it was just hiding on the other side of the sun from our orbit, it would have to be like in perfect synchrony. We wouldn't see the blast for 8 minutes. That's so fascinating to think about. And then, everything else in space is further and further and further back in time. This project was announced in 2016 in an event held in New York City by physicist Yuri Milner with cosmologist Stephen Hawking, who was serving as board member of the initiatives. On the board, other board members included Meta Platforms CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The project has an initial funding of $100 million to initialize research, just to initialize the research. Man. Milner places the final mission cost at $5 to $10 billion. Wow. So, like 100 times that. And estimates the first craft could launch by around 2036. 2036. So the breakthrough Starshot aims to demonstrate a proof of concept for ultra-fast, light-driven nano spacecraft and lay the foundations for a first launch to Alpha Centauri within the next generation. Secondary goals are solar system exploration and detection of Earth-crossing asteroids. The spacecraft would make a flyby of and possibly photograph any Earth-like worlds that might exist in the system. So the general concept behind it is that the Starshot concept envisions, I gotta make this a little bit smaller, envisions launching a mothership, carrying about 1,000 tiny spacecraft on the scale of centimeters. Wow, okay, so I didn't realize they were that small, which is how they can potentially, I guess, go that fast. But it always makes me think, like, how much debris is out there? Like, wouldn't they all just eventually smash into debris way before they get to, traveling the distance of light years? Carrying 1,000 tiny spacecraft. So a mothership carrying 1,000 tiny spacecraft, all about on the scale of centimeters, to a high-altitude Earth orbit for deployment, and then a phased array of ground-based lasers would then focus a light beam on the craft's sails to accelerate them one by one to the target speed within 10 minutes? 10 minutes. With an average acceleration on the order of 100 kilometers per second squared, so 10,000 times Earth's gravity. And an illumination energy on the order of 1 terajoule delivered to each sail. A preliminary sail model is suggested to have a surface area of only 4 by 4 meters, so like 12 by 12 feet. It's like, roughly the size of a car, an SUV. A 2017 presentation of the Starshot system model examines circular sails and finds that the beam director capital cost is minimized by having a sail diameter of 5 meters. Ideally, the breakthrough Starshot would aim its spacecraft within 1 astronomical unit of that world, being Proxima Centauri b, that planet. From this distance, a craft's cameras could capture an image of high enough resolution to resolve surface features. God, How amazing would that be? So theoretically, they go there in 30 years and come back with data, send data back at the speed of light. Takes 4 years. It's four light years away. In 30 to 40 years, we could have high resolution images of a planet in another star system. Wow. God. That's amazing. Mr. Puke, you've, is that how you say your name? You've been around since the beginning. Man, it's so, that's wild to think that I have some people who've been around since the beginning. How are you? I hope you're doing well from France. I hope you have some great holidays. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. That's so awesome. I remember 6 years ago maybe. I remember you were one of the, at least I think, if that was you, were one of the first people hanging out and leaving comments on the channel. That's wild to think about how long ago that was. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate you noticing the growth. That's super cool. Hey, you too, Emily. Happy holidays. And best of luck on the project. Best of luck on the project. I'm sure you're finding this as a nice little procrastination, but I hope you can at least stimulate your imagination a little bit. Talking about the breakthrough Starshot project here. That's still active, PRP, really. That's interesting. I wonder who else you would followed. Ariana, thank you. I don't know if, I guess you can't really see it now with the thing, but, yeah, we have merch. Yeah, there we go, Huck. Thanks, man. Thanks for putting that in the chat. Anyone who didn't hear my hour-long, I was going to say rant. I mean, it kind of was a rant. It was a soft-spoken appeal to see if you guys want to buy my merch. So I made some stuff, put it on t-shirts, mugs, stickers, sweatshirts. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. So finally today only, the website I use, Teespring, is having a 15% off sale. And they do take about 3 weeks, so if you order within the next couple days, they'll definitely be here by Christmas. So just something for you guys to think about if you want to support the channel and buy something that I think is cool. Not guaranteed that you guys think it's cool, but I guess time will tell. We'll see how many of you like it. Yeah, I thought the towel was kind of cool, Mika. Thanks. I'm glad you like that too. I think I want to get the Gas Giants version of the towel. Cool, owned. Cool. I'm glad you guys, glad you're liking the video. And Chris, thanks, man. Fantastic. Love your videos. Appreciate it. No, I haven't, Vitor. I haven't started buying real estate yet. Don't quite have enough. I was just about to make a joke about how the prices in this market have been astronomical, but I'll just tell you that I was about to instead. So I want to just see briefly what other type of projects there are, because I know there's a section at the bottom that says other interstellar space missions, and here maybe we'll go back to the rectangle. There we go. Let's do this. Wait, no, this. Sorry, I'm trying to... There we go. Trying to put my... Oh no, what happened? What happened to the darn... Oh man, the screen capture has disappeared on me. That's unfortunate. The webcam... Chrome... Why? Where'd it go? There it goes, okay. I guess it's back now. Okay. Alright guys. So let's... Facts about the universe with the music in the back. That's cool. That's really cool. I'd like to do some real basic universe facts, I think. Again, just going back to something real simple. That's cool. I'm glad you like it. EOL. Man. After a year and I see you go live. What a coincidence. Jeeve, have you... Mike loves the top podcast. Awesome. And Mr. Puke, that's man, time flies. I'm really glad you graduated. Really glad. That, yeah, I don't think I have that video up anymore. Maybe I should put it out. But that Atlas video, I remember that was one of my most, I remember watching like 5 views a day. I get like 3 or 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 views a day, and just watching the numbers go up from like 100, and then over a couple months it was 1,000. That was my most viewed video. It was pretty, it was a pretty cool experience watching the channel grow like that. Spin launch, eating I did actually. I did. It was probably Scott Manley's video that I watched. Jeeve. So, yeah, I mean, it was such an attention-grabbing visual thumbnail. I was like, what's going on with that? They literally yeet. I can't say they were without laughing. They yeet an actual spacecraft into space by spinning it like a big sling. Yeah, that's baffling. It's baffling that they can do that. But I guess, yeah, it's like Virgin Mobile's, they just limit the amount of fuel they need by attaching it to a spacecraft and bringing it to a high enough altitude so that, it has 50,000 less feet to travel, so it makes sense. It's cool. I did, Sonic. Yeah. I talked about that earlier, just because I'm getting tired, so I'm fumbling over my words a lot more than I was earlier. But I never had intended to have the ASMR acronym on my name, and I just, because I don't make actual ASMR videos, I just make videos that are like this, or if anything, trying to evoke ASMR in a more conversational tone than a directly stimulated way from tapping and auditory and visual triggers. And even though I try to incorporate those elements in a really organic way, it's never been the focus of my channel, and I wanted to, I guess, primarily focus more on my content than the relaxing, intimate nature of it. I just wanted those to be maybe a secondary characteristic of my channel and my content. So, in that sense, I guess I should have put like, let's find out space, or let's find out astronomy instead of ASMR, but I didn't want to limit myself with the genre of content either. You know, I didn't want to do a bunch of space videos and then people would wonder why I'm talking about philosophy or religion or history. I wanted to always just keep it a very broad, let's find out. So yeah, basically I want to do intentional, unintentional ASMR. I want to do yeah. I'm trying to think of that one ASMR artist that she does role plays, but she actually films them in like to make them look as though they're very unintentional. She'll do the shoe fitting. I'm sure you guys will know as soon as you think about it. But yeah, the PRP. I probably took it off because I just didn't like the way my voice sounded. So maybe I'll try to go through another. I do like all these books behind me are mostly all books I've gotten over the last couple of years with the intention of trying to just browse through them and make videos. So there'll be a ton more videos of me just browsing through, really large books. Like this one here, Space. So a lot of them are just books that the libraries I go to, and there's a handful of them I go to around here. Some of them are even like some of them are public, some are actually university libraries or local state college libraries, and they just give away books for free when they're done shooing them out of their library collection for whatever reason. Houston, man, I hope everything goes smooth for you. That's funny. Yeah, gold player, I mean, there's a lot of people that think that, but as appealing as it sounds, it just sounds like giving up to me. So let's look at what other projects we got going on. So essentially they're using a 1 terawatts of energy to just direct a laser beam across 4 light years of space, get it to 20% of the speed of light, and that would get it to these small little they're centimeter, maybe a couple centimeters across, in a 4x4 meter mothership, thousands of these little centimeter wide vehicles weighing only a few grams apiece. They'd be propelled. It might only take them 30 years to get there at 20% of the speed of light. They would be propelled by a square kilometer array of 10 kilowatt ground-based lasers with a combined output of 100 gigawatts. A swarm of about 1,000 units would compensate for the losses caused by interstellar dust collisions en route to the target. Okay, so that's why they're doing so many, I guess. In a detailed study in 2016, Tiem Hoang and co-authors found that mitigating the collisions with hydrogen and galactic cosmic rays may not be as severe an engineering problem as they first thought. camera, computer, communications laser, a nuclear power source, and the solar sail must be miniaturized to fit within a mass limit. All components must be engineered to endure extreme acceleration, extreme cold, extreme vacuum, and protons. Cosmic ray particles, I guess. The spacecraft will have to survive collisions with space dust. They expect each square centimeter of frontal cross-section to collide at high speed, 20% of the speed of light, with about 1,000 particles of size at least 0.1 micrometers. So like 10 nanometers. Focusing on a set of lasers totaling 100 gigawatts onto the solar sail will be difficult due to atmospheric turbulence. So there's a suggestion to use a space-based laser infrastructure. Okay. Sorry, we got my neighbors have hunting dogs over there, and they sound like actual seals. We always laugh. That's the seal show. It's time for the seal feeding. They got a bucket of fish going out there. But that's what you hear. I don't live next to SeaWorld, if you're wondering. Okay, so other applications. Project Dragonfly, a feasibility study of a small laser-based propelled interstellar probe. Daedalus, the 70s proposal for a large fusion-powered unmanned interstellar probe. Project Icarus, 2009 project to update design of Project Daedalus. The Long Shot, designed for 400-ton nuclear pulse-propelled unmanned spacecraft to reach the orbit of Alpha Centauri. Yeah, I think you would, Jeeve, have to aim at it for years. It would, but no, actually they were talking about the acceleration was so great because they're only the mass of a few grams. So actually, no, I think they were intending to accelerate it because the accuracy would get less and less the further away it got, away from Earth. And so they did intend to accelerate it over a very short period of time, just very, very rapidly. And, it's like slinging a stone. You gotta be real precise because once you let go, that thing, its path is predetermined, other than deflections by interstellar particles. So, a 2069 Alpha Centauri mission. And what, I forget who said that in the chat earlier. You guys were mentioning that. Sorry, I got an old chair here. A rickety chair. 2069 Alpha Centauri mission. NASA's concept for unmanned probe, possibly a light sail. Starlight. So these are all very similar. So we got fusion powered probes, or probes that are propelled by laser beams hitting light sails. That's fundamentally what it looks like. Except for this. Wait. 100-year Starship. The 100-year Starship is a joint U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, and National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, program that offers grants to private entities. And the goal is of the study is to create a business plan that fosters the research and technology needed for interstellar travel within a 100-year time frame. 100-year Starship was named in 2012 by Senator Tom Coburn as one of the 100 most wasteful government spending projects. Coburn specifically cited a 100-year Starship workshop that included one session titled, "Did Jesus Die for Klingons Too?" Did Jesus die for Klingons too? That debated the implications for Christian philosophy. Should life be found on other planets? So the Project Daedalus, named after the Greek mythological designer who crafted wings for human flight, was conducted between 1973 and 1978 by the British Interplanetary Society to design a plausible, uncrewed interstellar probe. Intended mainly as a scientific probe, the design criteria specified that the spacecraft had to use existing or near-future technology and had to reach its destination within a human lifetime. Alan Bond proposed that using a fusion rocket to reach Barnard's star, 5.9 light years away, the trip was estimated to take 50 light years, but the design was required to be flexible enough that it could be sent to any other target star. To 7% of the speed of light. It would be constructed in Earth orbit, weigh 54,000 tons, including 50,000 tons of fuel and 500-ton scientific payload. The first stage it was a two-stage spacecraft. That's the design. Those are all the canisters of fuel, I think. And so we go to 7% the speed of light is what the first stage would take it to, and then they would jettison that fuel, and the second stage would fire for 1.8 years, taking the spacecraft up to 12% the speed of light before it shut down for a 46-year cruise period. Molybdenum would be the material that the engine bells, that's what they call those balls, would have to be made out of. The bell-shaped or contour nozzle is probably the most commonly used shaped rocket engine nozzle. He has a high-angle expansion section right behind the nozzle throat. This is followed by a gradual reversal of nozzle contour slope. Glad you're enjoying this, Phoenix. So Project Icarus is the 2009 update for this. It's a theoretical engineering design study aimed at designing a credible, mainly nuclear fusion-based, unmanned interstellar space probe. Project Icarus was an initiative of members of the British Interplanetary Society again. Project was under the stewardship of Icarus Interstellar until 2019. It remains a BIS project. I don't know what that means. So it looks like it was only in It never actually got beyond the planning phase. So, let's see. Icarus long shot. Project Longshot was from the late 80s, developed by the Naval Academy and NASA, and it was the precursor, designed to be built at Space Station Freedom, the precursor to the existing International Space Station. And it was designed with existing technology in mind, but they needed some development. For instance, a 3 order of magnitude leap over the current propulsion technology. It featured an open cycle fusion engine, initially generating 300 kilowatts. Wow. And then now the 2069 Alpha Centauri mission. In December 2017, NASA released a mission concept involving the launch of an interstellar probe to search for signs of life on planets orbiting stars in and around the Alpha Centauri system. The mission remains a concept, has no name or allocated funding. Okay, so yeah, proposed to be launched on the Apollo 11 anniversary mission. 100-year anniversary. Huh. And the rest are all lasers. So this Breakthrough Initiatives is the umbrella project of the Breakthrough Starshot. It was funded in 2015 by Yuri and Julia Milner. Also a Breakthrough Prize. Are you an astronaut? No. James McAvoy. I guess I kind of do, don't I? Did Trump really want to use the laser? That's funny. Hi, KTB. Cool, Sheeny. Glad you enjoy the video. Just want to look a little more into the breakthrough initiatives, and we'll wrap it up soon. Breakthrough Listen It's a series of projects designed to look for extraterrestrial intelligence. And $100 million funding for thousands of hours of dedicated telescope time on state-of-the-art facilities is the most comprehensive search for alien communications to date. And Breakthrough Watch aims to identify and characterize Earth-sized rocky planets around Alpha Centauri and other stars within 20 light years of Earth. And Breakthrough plans on sending a mission to Saturn's moon Enceladus in search for life in its warm ocean. Yeah, Enceladus. Let's see. A high resolution image. It's interesting that it's got plenty of craters, but these streams, Enceladus, it's moderately far away from Saturn there. It's mostly covered by fresh, clean ice, making it one of the most reflective bodies in the solar system. Origin, shape, and size. My little baby's getting. Yeah, I should get going, guys. I gotta help Mama and Grandmama take care of June. I've been at it for over 2 hours now, so I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to see what the subsurface ocean situation was like on Enceladus real quick. Look at that. They think that's what it is. Hydrothermal vents. Water-filled core. Really? Water-filled? An ocean crust and plumes. A rocky core. I wonder if they think it has any sort of a molten core. I don't know where it is the heat just from general stress between the rocks. 2005 evidence began to accumulate about liquid water when they observed plumes containing water vapor spewing from its south polar surface, moving 250 kilograms of water every second at 2,000 kilometers per hour into space. And then a year later it was determined that Enceladus's plumes are the source of Saturn's E-ring. Saturn's rings are labeled alphabetically. There's a lot of bands in them, and each band has a different makeup and material that's made up of. Not always like drastically different, but you know, you can tell Saturn has distinct bands. So it's E-ring, Enceladus. Oh, it's E-ring is out there. It's the largest one, I guess. Cool. Tidal heating. Oh, there we go. Possible heat sources. Subsurface. Let's see. Liquid water. Okay. Habitability. Ice. So it ejects plumes of salted water laced with grains of silica-rich ice and organic molecules. Nitrogen, organic molecules. There's June. Going crazy. So this indicates that hydrothermal activity and an energy source may be at work in Enceladus' subsurface ocean. Some models indicate that large rocky core is porous, allowing water to flow through it, transferring heat and chemicals. That would be so wild if it just had like a whole biome of animals just swimming under that ice crust. God. Contact with Enceladus' rocky core. Presence of a wide range of organic compounds. Very, very cool. Man, that's so interesting that, you know, what else could be out there in life, in the universe? What other life could be out there? So these are the projects: Breakthrough, Listen, Message, Starshot, Watch, and Enceladus. Starshot is the main one. Yeah, so there's a lot of money, a lot of funding going into looking around our nearby neighborhood. Hey Bruno, appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. I'd like to do more physics videos soon when I get back to it. Alright guys, I'm gonna sign off. It's been great catching up with you. Again, for anybody who dropped in late, we got merchandise now. It's the first time I've ever done this. And it lined up just coincidentally with a sale on the Teespring website for 15% off. So if you're interested, within the next day or two, you can. That sale only lasts until tonight, midnight, I think, Pacific time. But if you guys are interested in getting anything before Christmas for any reason, trying to get someone something, it usually takes about 3 weeks to arrive at your door, so maybe order it within the next couple days to try to make that happen. Good night, guys. Bruno, Joshua, Louisa, Ozzy. Awesome, Joshua. Good luck, man. Good luck with that. Alright, bye everyone. Vitor, Mika, appreciate it. You guys take care, and I'll be seeing you soon with Bob Ross Part 2. I'll try to be doing live streams more often too. If for some reason I can't get many more videos out, I just want to wish you all happy holidays, a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and yeah, be safe and enjoy it. Enjoy the time with your families out there, guys. Have a great night.